Well, hello, good evening, and welcome. It's Sunday night. That means only one thing. It's time for touring cars. We're here at very summery Thruxton for the second time this season, for round 9 of our 1996 BTCC season. And hello indeed, it is Miller time, Windy. Anyway, I'll not keep us waiting much longer. We'll head over to the track in time for qualifying. Anyway, I'll not keep us waiting much longer. We'll head over to the track in time. Right. I'm running a slightly different audio setup once again. Still trying to get that nicely dialed in, so do let me know if there's any issues there. We'll get our setup loaded and let's get out on track. Gloves on. Right, let's do this. Out of the pits here, you can see the main light stream of cars is all coming through. So I'll just keep over here. Then we'll go first, and now we'll get going. Things to talk about tonight as well, but we'll come to that during the warm-up in a little bit. First things first, we need to try and get this car qualified. Right, here we go. So into our last turn one, this is going to be flat out for us in these cars. Of course, the complex, look just at the crest on the brakes, down to second gear for Campbell, Cobb and Seagrave. Very important to get that right. This can dictate your lap time, as you're now going to carry any mistakes for pretty much the entire lap. Left hand of there flat, then just a slight lift just to get the car to turn in. Try and carry as much speed as you can through here. Up towards the church corner now, the most ferocious corner on the track. It's flat out, but you need to nail it right. Seen many a big accident over the years. Come down the back straight up towards the final chicane with Club. Braking just at that 200 board there. Car down the second gear. You want to take as much curve as you can, but the track limits are very unforgiving there, especially in qualifying. A great start, but we'll see what we can do to improve. A bit hot. That one there had us a bit offline. Try again. Very tricky that chicane, especially in qualifying. I think really you'll take a lot more curb than I'm doing there. But the track limits are so sensitive there, you've got to be careful that maybe this lap will be a bit more aggressive. Best run through church that way. That's a bit better. Almost on cue, that's the best lap I've done so far, preparing for this race. We'll squeeze a bit more. That was a good run through church that time. Look at the delta just going up and up there. And this is where I blow it probably. I didn't blow it! Got into the 14s. Oh, that's too much curb. Oh, hello! Yep, that was a bit too much curb. Right, we'll bring the car in, put some fresh tyres on it, top the fuel up and we'll go again. You can always picture Murray bursting with excitement at watching that one. Almost over on 2 wheels. Curses, Yuha's gone faster than me. Well, I think I can hit speed limit. Remember that? That's a thing. I think I can probably squeeze another 10th or 2 out of it. Yuha's almost certainly using the same setup I am, so. Set up you are, by the way. That's why I don't race as hard as I race in other folks. They are a team. Honest. Past the James K Cavalier. Got to see that actual car in the flesh very recently, but I shall go on to that during the warm-up, like I said. Avoided the lap off, so we'll go nice and easy. I don't want to take too much out of the tyres. Build up to the speed, though I don't want to. I don't want to hold him up, but also I don't want him to get in front of me. Right, let's try again. Try not to cut the track this time. surprised they let me keep that one. It wasn't faster, I suppose. Turning a bit early there, but sort of made it work. Sort of good time though. This might be the one, it's my last chance. All the way to the edge. Really good run through the chicane. Ow! Naughty words I can't say. That's still not a bad effort, good lap time. 4 tenths faster than what I've managed so far this week, so I will happily take that. Right in there again, look how tight that is. Hell of a lap from Thurston as well, very impressive. Seems right with him as well in the turbo brake. I suppose no, that's not the turbo brick back car, that's the attack brick, isn't it? The turbo brick's the 80s one. Right, so well, hopefully everyone's doing well this week. As we come into the warm-up, we'll have our usual look through the field and a little chat about the track and the real event. So this is the second meeting at Thruxton for the season. This was the one where, quite famously, the two Renault teammates, Menu and Hoy, came together at the complex at the start of a race. Admittedly with a little bit of assistance from Joachim Winkelhock in the BMW. So if we're going for full historical accuracy, that means that Anders Nilsson there in Smoking Joe's car's got to give me a little nudge going into the complex and send me into Juha. Who knows, it could happen. Although hopefully not. Anyway, we did have quite an good weekend 2 weeks ago now. When I went to the Super Touring Power meeting at Brands Hatch. Got to see quite a lot of these cars in the metal, which was very good. Shame so many of them got crashed or had things go wrong or break on them. But still a very enjoyable weekend overall. Would highly recommend if they do it again next year. Okay, that's cars coming out on the track now. So here's our pole sitter. It's Nicholas Kirsten in the factory Honda Accord. He's been very good at qualifying, but hasn't had quite as much pace in the races so far, but still very quick in that car. And we've got John Team in the highly aggressive Volvo, the attack brick. Did get to see one of the estate ones in the metal at Brands Hatch, which was very interesting. It's Jonathan Orkliff, he's in the second Volvo, is Rickard Rydell. Definitely can't be counted out, he's had some very good race pace, and well, he's not fighting for the championship for nothing. Juha Boss in leading Renault. He's Alan Menu again this week. Gain some more points in the championship. Something very tight at the top. Oops. But while we watch Juha go round, my volume's a bit low. Okay, I will crank myself up. There you are. And I will lower that down just a little bit. Hopefully that's a bit better. While we watch Juha go round here, I'll have a little look at the championship points and let you know where everyone is. So it's Jonathan Orkliff at the top of the table. He's on 147 points. Juha Boss is in second on 145, and Kirsten is third on 144. So it's very tight at the top of the table there. Grant Renault's in fourth. He's on 131 points. John Team is in fifth on 128, and Anders Nilsson's in sixth on 121. Also, so very close and tight for fourth place in the championship as well. I myself, I'm in seventh on 82 points after a missed round when I was away and some lackluster results in some of the other races. Ricardo Mendes is eighth on 27, though he's not been seen for the last 5 rounds. David Saber in the Peugeot is in 9th on 25 points, and Richard Wilkes rounds out the top 10, well, joint top 10 with Robin de Vos, both on 23 points. So that's where the championship stands at the moment. Right, here's Grant Renault, he's in the with Aglia BMW. talking to Anders Nilsson earlier today. He was telling me the BMW's very tricky round here. Struggling for a little bit of top end pace. And of course, with that rear wheel drive, the car can be very, very twitchy when you don't want it to be through some of these high speed corners. A little Al there in another BMW. There's Peter Cox. David Saber there is Patrick Watts in the Peugeot. Mark Whitman, who's doing a one-off drive tonight in the Radicic Mondeo. Jason White there in Matt Neal's Mondeo. Simon Watman, who's leading the Independence Cup at the moment, he's in the Cavalier, but he's in the garage at the moment. Fernando Portiero in one of the Vauxhall Vectras. Here's Richard Wilkes, he's in the four-wheel drive Audi of Frank Wheeler. Dante Barbera here's tonight as well in the second Vectra. Here is Anders Nilsson in Winkelhock's BMW. Ray Riddell there in the second Audi. Felipe Elias in the second Independence Cavalier for Mint Motorsport. That of course being the car that I drove last time we did BTCC. Jason White we've already seen. I think that's everyone. Apologies if I've missed anyone there. So do let me know if there's anyone you do want to watch or have a look at. So in the warm-up so far then, John Team's leading the time sheets with his teammate right with him. Very similar times there. See the power that Volvo has. It's 5-cylinder engine. It's probably the most powerful car in the game in the series. Although its aerodynamics do leave a little bit to be desired. Still a very effective car, especially on a fast circuit like this. Jonathan's gone past this now. Fully committed around the top of the circuit there as he comes up towards the church. Just all of the road looks very smooth, although he was saying earlier when I was talking to him he's having some trouble keeping the tyres alive, especially on all these very fast right-handed corners. It really does burn up the front left tyre. So it's quite possible we may see some cars drop off once the tyre wears and the heat starts building up. If I remember rightly, we had some quite exciting racing in the first round here. There's Jason White just having a little moment going off at the complex. Very easily done. It's a tricky braking zone into that. Come over the crest of the hill, you're still on the turn, and the car's weight's moving all over the place. So we'll have a look at Wilkes here in the Audi. Going through the chicane, using all the curbs. Probably not the best car for this track, although in real life the Audis did go quite well here, at least at the start of the season. You can see him having a little bit of trouble keeping the tyres alive as well. Although the load from the engine split between 4 wheels instead of 2, that's still a very front heavy car. Here's Mark Whitman. Found out today he's also driving on a controller, which is quite impressive that he's been able to put in some of the lap times he's been doing. As we see the Mondeo coming down the back straight. Here's Felipe Elias, as we saw in the Cavalier, as the warm-up session comes to a close. So it's John Team's going to be the fastest in the warm-up there then, 1:15.1. It's a very strong race pace he's got there. Jonathan Allcliffe right with him, only 0.05 of a second between them. That's very close. So we'll load our race setup. Anders Nilsson then in third in warm-up there in the BMW, 1:15.6. Richard Wilkes fourth. Juha Boss fifth. David Saber sixth. Whitman in seventh. Grant Renault eighth. Felipe Elias ninth. And Alberto Aquino in 10th. But that's just the warm-up. Let's see how the race goes then. So we'll be going for 19 laps, and of course it's 2 races as usual. We'll have qualifying for the second race after this one. So we see Kirsten ahead of us there. There's Juha on our left, and worryingly Anders Nilsson in Joe Weeklenhock's BMW right behind us. I think that is. Well, hopefully we don't get too realistic here. We see the 2 Volvos appearing in front of us there, the Swedish super team. Well, usual nice big burnout off the line. Get as much heat as we can into those tyres. We'll ride the brakes and we'll do all the usual things so that when we hurl ourselves towards the chicane on the first lap, we've got the best chance of stopping. See you are driving along there with the brake lights on, that means it's dragging the brakes. And just trying to build up that temperature. Certainly, having stood next to a BTCC grid when it's lined up after a formation lap, you can smell the burning rubber and the cooking brakes. They really work them very hard on these warm-up laps in real life. Try and get some heat in the rear tyres now. No, we're good enough, I think. We'll come through the chicane and get ready to start the race then. So here we go. Nice flat grid, so hopefully I shouldn't need to heel and toe on the start. get a decent launch, but that rear-wheel drive BMW, there's nothing I can do about that. We're free wide on the inside. You're going to have to be careful. I think I'll have to remember to turn Sweary Jim on for race 2, I think. I could do with some spotter calls. Forgot to do that, but never mind. Oh! Had to get right on the brakes to avoid running into the BMW as it spun there. Look at the momentum that's cost us. Not a good first lap for us there. Well, we'll just have to come back through them, won't we? We'll take Ray in the Audi. Now we've got Jason in the Mondeo in front. But I think I've got a power and a handling advantage over that car. That's an older one. Yep, we'll just drive around the outside of him. No trouble there. That's the difference between a works car and a year or two old independent. Because this is essentially underneath, this is about as close to a Formula 1 car of the time that you could get. This car of course was built by a Formula 1 team. It's a Formula 1 standard, so yes, very highly developed racing car. We're braking a bit early into that chicane, just to adjust that for next time through. Try and close this gap down. Okay, I'm not going to be able to power our way through, but I need to get past him quickly. See, he doesn't quite have the handling, and that's where I'm gaining my time, so I can't be stuck behind him through these fast corners. As we saw last time as well, the aero push is real. See how much speed I lost through that corner there. That's a second I've already lost, more than, maybe more. But we're through. Now we'll just need to try and close in on the next one. Well, there's a big group of cars up there. Hopefully they'll start fighting each other. Outbrake myself a bit there. That's not what I need. Unless I can find something, it looks like it's going to be 8th place then. I was just getting unlucky with that BMW spinning on lap 1, but not much we can do about that. If I hadn't got onto the brakes, I would have just ploughed straight into him and... well, I certainly wouldn't have gained any time doing that. Good effort. 2 track limits and 2 corners, perfect. Oh. I think that was Wilkes in the Audi, so that's a freebie for us. That was a bit scruffy. Let's do better than that. Oh, interesting. We appear to be closing them down. Let's not worry about that right now. Let's just keep driving. I'll drive. Hitting our marks. Oh, interesting. We seem to be gaining on everyone. Maybe tyre wear? Bodes well for race 2 if we can keep things together. Thank you, Mr. Vauxhall. Thank you kindly. Well, we've still got 3 laps. We might still be able to do something here. Bit late on the brakes that time, but we're still closing. But if I'm going to do so, I'm going to have to do it quick. Running out of time. Apply the pressure. Might be able to get past Mondeo at least. I don't know if I'll have anything for you, or Grant there, but one to go. This might be it. Try and set him up for a move at the chicane. There we go. I just sacrificed just a teeny bit on the entry there. That's given me a run. This is it. No, I can't take that. I overran the corner and I ran into him, so I'm not going to take that position. Well, there's some promising pace in that race, so if we can get a better start in race 2, maybe we can do something. But still, very fun little race anyway. It's a shame we got blocked on that first lap. Otherwise we would have been right up in there. But never mind, there's always race 2. Right, so on to race 2 then. Once everything resets. So we'll load our qualifying setup. We'll take a moment and we'll get ready for race 2 then. Hope everyone's enjoying the stream so far. coming up on here, we may, depending on how they go, we may have some videos coming up in the next couple of weeks of some races that I might be doing this week. Just depends how they go and if I think it's worth uploading. Nope, looks like we're going for another restart. Yeah, we've got some online races in Assetto Corsa penciled in for the next week. I may well record them, and if they're worth watching, I think, then yes, we may see them here on the channel. But no guarantees, obviously. And I've had some other ideas for videos as well that I might do if I feel like it. Oh, something's going on. Someone's fiddling with settings, probably. That's fine, that's fine. Oh, I've just remembered I was going to start up Sweary Jim, wasn't I?
Radio check. Spot a radio check.
Hello, Sweary Jim. I see what they've done. They've given us a little 5-minute break, which is okay for everyone else, but it's not so great for me because I've now got to fill time, which isn't the easiest thing for me to do. Well, so hopefully everyone's had a good week this week and everything's all going well. Hopefully we can enjoy a little bit of super touring cars together of a Sunday evening, as I now think of something to say for the next 4 minutes while while the clock counts down. Hopefully someone will go out on the track so we can commentate on it, but if not, we might just do it myself. Well, we'll talk a little bit about Thruxton, I suppose. I know I've talked about it before, but track opened, I believe, well, it was first used in the 50s, 1954 and 55, if I remember rightly. Not on this layout, but there was bike racing here. I believe it was it was the Thruxton 500 for motorcycles, which was quite famously run by the Triumph Motorcycle Company, which is why they, to this day, have a bike in their range called the Triumph Thruxton, a little classic sports bike, which is in celebration of the wins they scored here back in the 50s. Car racing properly started, and the track as we know it today came about in the late 60s. 1968, I believe, was the first season here, and that was after Goodwood closed down in 1966. The BARC moved their headquarters and their home track to Thruxton. Very similar circuit to Goodwood. We've got a few cars going out now. Has held some quite big races over the years. It had held the European Formula 2 for a very long time, all the way from when it started up until European Formula 2 ended. I don't know if Formula 3000 ever came here, but certainly the Aurora British Formula 1 series came here in the 70s and the early 80s. There's videos of that out there on the internet. British GT I remember watching that here in
Just 2 minutes left, 2 minutes to go.
In the 90s with GT1 cars, and that was when British GT was very much a run what you brung series, and I think there were still a few old Group C cars kicking around in it at the time. Even today, still used, still going strong. You can go and drive the track as I did a few years ago on an experience day. Holds touring cars to this day. I think they have. Sometimes they've even had 2 touring car meetings a year now, even with the reduced calendar. Other notable highlights were Damon Hill setting an unofficial lap record in the 1993 Williams F1 car. I believe he lapped the track in just a shade over 59 seconds, averaging a speed of 147 odd miles an hour, which is utterly terrifying. He went through around the top of the track and through Church Corner completely flat at over 180 miles an hour in that FW15 with the active suspension and all the rest of it. Utterly crazy, the sort of speed that must have carried, the noise it must have made. Was fortunate enough to hear its predecessor, the FW14 at Silverstone a few years ago at the Classic meeting, and
that's a new fastest lap for you have, boss. 116.4.
Thank you, Jim. Anyway, fortunately that's a little break coming to end there, so I don't have to fill in. You don't have to listen to my random musings and wibblings about British motor racing circuits.
Checker flags out, P7. That's the end of the session, P7.
Thank you. As I say every time, I'm by no means a professional at this. I just do this for a bit of enjoyment. So, yeah, we'll move on to qualifying shortly then, and we'll see how that goes. We'll just double check. Yep, that's not loaded the setup because I didn't load it. So we'll need to do that. Load the qualifying setup. And we'll get started for qualifying 2 then. So what we did, a 1:14.9 in qualifying 1. So obviously that's our target to try and beat this time. That put us 5th on the grid. Usually everyone goes a bit faster in Q2, so we'll just have to see it. Nope, someone's off to a good start. There's a wheel rolling down the pit lane. Good effort. Ordinarily I wouldn't go out this early because this is where you get people joining and leaving, but as everyone's already here, that's not going to be a problem. 17 cars tonight as well, which is a few more than last time, which is nice to see. And certainly at least one new face.
Exit's cleared, don't cross the white line. Okay, Dave, we've got 19 minutes to get the job done. Your brakes are cold, be careful, cold tyres all around.
Thank you, Jim. I have left a link in the description to the video for the ISO forum. If you are watching this and think, hey, I like the look of this, I want to have a go at touring cars. Plenty of spare cars going at the moment, both factory and independents. Very good entry series if you want to get into doing this sort of thing. The ISO is a very, very friendly, very helpful league. Very nice community over there. They're not paying me to say that, honest. That's my plugging done for this week. Anyway, we'll come down the back straight and we'll start a qualifying lap then.
Sector 3 is yellow. We think Grant's Renault has binned it. Green flag, Sector 3.
Damn it.
Eighth place.
Looks like everyone else in front of me voided off their laps as well though, so not the end of the world.
Tyre temperatures are fine. Your Sector 2 time is quick.
Yeah, but I'm going to get stuck behind Jason here.
Alright Dave, there's a car exit in the pits, heads up. B11, that's your best lap in this session. Sector 3 is 0.8, off the pace.
Right, let's drop back, build a gap.
Left side, clear left.
Sector 1 is 1.6, off the pace. Sector 2 is 3.0 seconds, off the pace. Incident in Sector 3. Sector 3 is yellow. It looks like Simon Wattsman has gone off. Seventh position. Sector 3 is 1.7 seconds, off the pace. Sector 1 is yellow. We think that Whitman has stacked it.
That was silly.
Sector 1 is clear.
Car right, clear to the right.
Good job I'd already voided off my lap there, isn't it? Well, we'll have one more go, and if this next lap's no good, we'll pit.
Heads up, there's a car rejoining. P8. You're 2/10 off the pace in sector 1. Okay, Dave. 5 minutes of fuel remaining. 5 minutes. Good lap. That's your quickest so far. Sector 3's 2/10 off the pace.
Okay, and we'll pit. Hopefully find some clear air.
You're 2/10 off the pace in sector 1. You're a 10th off the pace in sector 2. Your left front tyre is running hot. What's your speed?
Yeah, it looks like we've got some nice clear track when we come out.
New fastest lap for John, Tim, 1:14.7.
Left side,
There's a car approaching. Don't cross the white line. Watch your mirrors.
clear left.
We've got cold tyres. We need to get some heat into them. Fastest lap for Jonathan. Okay, Clint, 1:14.6. Okay, Dave, 10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left. Your rear brakes are cold. Be careful.
Left side, clear left. Car right, clear right.
You've got 10 minutes of fuel remaining. New fastest lap for Nicholas Kirsten, 1:14.5.
Blimey.
Clear right.
Sector 2's 2/10 off the pace. Your tyre temps are all fine.
I think I just cracked this. The reason the gears are
V6,
the way they are.
lap. Sector 3 time is fast. Sector 2 is 0.3 off the pace. B7. Sector 1 is 0.3 off the pace.
Let's just try and cooler that front tyre down.
Okay, Dave, as the car exits in the pits, heads up. 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes left. We estimate you've got 5 minutes of fuel remaining.
Right.
You're 2/10 off the pace in Sector 2.
I just got to notch through the chicane up. Easier said than done.
There's a car rejoining. B6, good lap. That's your quickest today. You need to find a tent in Sector 3.
Stop doing that.
Incident in Sector 1. Sector 1 is yellow. Green flag, Sector 1. We can see Grant's Riddle has binned it. Yellow flag, Sector 1. We think that Alberto Equino has crashed. Sector 1 is green. Yellow flag in Sector 2. Sector 2 is green. That's 2 minutes left. 2 minutes. You're a tenth off the pace in Sector 1. Minutes of fuel remaining. Sector 2 is 2 tenths.
Ag! This is it, do or die.
We're running on fumes, mate. Watch the track limits, please, Dave. Sector 1 is yellow.
Well, P6 it is then. A little disappointed with that, honestly. I think I definitely had the pace for at least 4th there. But you can't put a clean lap in, you can't put a clean lap in. The only thing is, I lost that lap going wide out of church and it didn't gain me any time. Oh well, never mind.
That's a new fastest lap for Jonathan. Okay, Clint, 1:14.4. That's the end of the session. 6th place.
Again though, look how tight it is in here. Just hopefully we'll make a better start this time and not lose out. Well, so once again we'll have a watch of the warm-up session then and see what's going on out there. Or shall we actually go out this for this warm-up? I'm not sure. I think I've done enough talking so far. Take a sip of my taste beverage. Yeah, I think I've done enough wibbling today, so we'll actually go out for this warm-up. got the setup loaded.
All clear on pit exit. You can push now. Your brakes are cold. Take it easy.
On your right, clear right.
Your tyres are cold. Watch out. Yellow flag.
So, as it's the first time we've done a
It
warm-up,
looks like Richard Wilkes has
actually
gone
as a warm-up together, maybe I could talk a little bit about what I actually do when I do them. But typically I don't. At least not in these cars. I take this as a little rest for myself anyway, normally. But mostly what I'm trying to do is I'm recalibrating, recalculating my brain to drive the car in race mode rather than qualifying mode. Which you especially need to do when you've done something like F1 qualifying, where the car on the qualifying tyres anyway, and sometimes even the qualifying engine feels very different and drives very differently. You need to do a few laps again just to sort of re-pick out your braking markers and turn-in points and all that. Today, as we are using a different qualifying and race setup, I do need to just readjust to the gearing being different and that we're on hard tyres rather than the softs. So yeah, I'm not looking to go out and set any lap records here or anything like that. We're just looking to go out, pump in a couple of quick laps. We'll probably do about 4, maybe 5. Then with a couple of minutes left in the session, I'll bring the car back in, do one last practice pit stop. And then I'll just give myself a few minutes to relax before the race starts. As well, obviously I'm looking for any...
Fastest lap for Barber, 116.8, P9. Your last lap time was at 117.7. Sector 3 is 0.3 off the pace.
Any track condition changes, which can happen. And also it's just a good opportunity
Right.
Sector 3 is now yellow.
Hold
to
your
sort of
line.
spar with other cars, a bit like that.
Hold your line. Clear to the right.
Sector
out.
time is good.
Where you're faster, where they're faster, where you're going to make your moves, that sort of thing. It can be very useful. So previously I've just taken the advantage of it to
Good.
talk to you lovely people and give everyone a bit of TV time, but like I say, with that longish break in the middle we had tonight, I think everyone's sick of hearing my voice,
That's the
so
new fastest lap for Whitman, 115.9.
we'll do a bit of driving.
P3, that's your best lap in this session. That lap was at 116.5.
Right side, clear right.
Sector 1, yellow flag. Green flag, Sector 1. The guy ahead has just done a 116.5. You're 2/10 off the pace in Sector 1. Okay, Dave, 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes left. Fastest lap for you have boss, 115.3. P5. Sector 3 is 0.3 off the pace.
Definitely not got the gears chicane entry right just now.
The car ahead has just done a 116.3. Sector 1 is 0.5 off the pace. Incident in Sector 1, yellow flag. Green flag in Sector 1. Sector 2 is 0.4 off the pace. New fastest lap for Richard Wilkes, 115.3. The track temperature's rising, it's now 25 Celsius. Fastest lap for you have Boss, 115.1. Seventh position. Yellow flag. Sector 1 is now green. P8. Two minutes to go, 2 minutes.
That'll do, I think. That's avoided that lap off.
Yellow flag, caution.
Ugh. So it looks like Yuha's fastest in this warm-up. Although I do see that a few fast folks haven't run this time. And yes, hopefully we'll get a better first lap and get a better race. But we will just see, won't Oh dear, excuse me. Fresh off a couple of night shifts, so yeah, still not fully adjusted to regular waking hours.
Checkered flags out. E9. That's the end of the session. E9.
Final setup check. Right, well, hopefully, like I say, this one goes a bit better than last time. But we'll settle in and see what happens. Didn't actually see he was on pole, but I think it's probably one of the Volvos. So we've got UR in front of us then, and yep, it's Jonathan on pole. That'll be Kirsten second, team third, Ross fourth, and that's Renault in fifth. That'll be Anders behind us then. Right. So off we go then on the formation lap. Usual procedure. I think we've all seen this enough by now. I don't need to tell you what I'm doing. And there's looking very racy behind me there. Very racy. That's not Anders, that's Grant. He's supposed to be in front of me. Whoopsie. I've done a Schumacher, except it wasn't intentional. Surrounded by BMWs, this does not bode well.
B6. Alright Dave, are you ready? Watch for the lights.
Right, here we go.
Floor it.
On your right, 3 wide, 2 right. Car right, on your right. Clear right, you're clear.
That was a bit better.
On your left. Still there.
Ooh.
Still there. Hold your line. Clear to the left.
I thought we were going to have a repeat of the first race there.
Right side. Clear to the right.
Oh, that was an impressive move. I don't know how we got that stopped.
Well done, Dave. You're looking really good. Come on, keep your focus. P4.
Thank you.
Yellow flag in sector 1. We think Richard, Wilkes and Nicholas Kirsch have gone off.
On your left. Hold your line.
Sector 1 is green.
Hold your line. Still there. Clear to the left. Right side, clear right.
P3.
Right, well, let's see if I can do anything about the Volvos. With any luck, Jonathan's words about burning tyres off will come true. But let's just see. Try not to do that.
Yellow flag in sector 1. We think Grant's Riddle has spun off.
So easily done in that BMW.
The gap to John Tim ahead is now 2.0 seconds.
Too hot.
The gap to Boss behind is now 1.7 seconds.
Need to not drive like a chump now. Need to be clean. Because yours not far away. And I don't want these two to get too far away from me in case they do melt the tyres. That was a bad run through there. I was getting closer. That bit you said about not driving like a chump. You're driving like a chump, stop it.
The gap to Boss behind is now 1.2 seconds.
God, so it is.
Yellow flag in sector 3. We think that Jace White has stacked it. Green flag in sector 3. Alright, Dave. Hold your nerve. Just keep it smooth. No mistakes.
Gone quiet, I know. Sorry, I'm concentrating.
Don't let this guy intimidate you.
Car right. Clear right.
Come on, Dave. Keep pushing. We might get him back.
We've got to work together, we're a team. That's why I didn't defend it. and he's fighting Jonathan for a championship.
P4. Gap to you have boss ahead is increasing. It's now 1.2. Two to go.
It's typical really, isn't it? The race where I had the pace, I had a terrible start. The race where I had a good start, I didn't have any pace. Well, I didn't have the same pace anyway. I know I could probably have fought Yuha quite a lot harder than I did, and maybe got myself a podium, but for what? Now I think in this situation, the real Williams Renault team would have had us swap positions as well.
The gap to you have boss ahead is now 1.1.
And of course, you guys given me a lot of help with setup and all that, so yeah, seems only reasonable. Help him where I can, which is give him a couple extra points. Besides, I could have fought really hard, we could have taken each other out. Or we'd have backed up and we'd now be under attack by Whitman and Renault. But anyway, I'm happy enough with the fourth.
P4, there's the finish. Well done.
And huzzah, we didn't crash into each other. So we did better than the real Renault team from back in the day. Oh dear. I think that's about the point where my voice is about to give out as well. But still, I think an enjoyable evening's racing. So that's another win for Jonathan, and the team in second, Boss in third. Not sure what the scores are, but it's still going to be tight up there. Not a good result for Kirsten, down in seventh. We'll have to see how that all shakes out. And we'll have a proper look at the scores next time. Which I think it's not going to be for a little while now, as we'll be going into ISO summer break for August. And I think next touring car round is until September. But in the meantime, hopefully we'll have some other virtual cars going on here. We'll just see. Do keep an eye out. Anyway, thank you all for watching. If you've made it this far, that'll be all for this week then. Have a lovely rest of the evening and a very nice week ahead. Thank you all for tuning in, and we shall see you next time. Cheery bye!